In this video, I'll be teaching you how to make a crossbody bag. I told you I'll be teaching you like step by step from the simplest to the difficult. Now we are still in the simple stage. We've not even gotten anywhere, but I want to be taking it one step at a time. So let's get started. So I took the width of this bag to be 9 inches. Why the depth of the bag, that is the length of the bag, to be 6.3, that's the full length of the paper. That's what I use as the length of the bag. That is the depth of the bag. After measuring, I connected the lines with my ruler, and after that I cut out the pattern. So the next step to take is I took my tape and I measured 1 inch down. Then I took the tape again, I turned it and measured 1 inch in. If you watch carefully, you can see what I'm doing. And after that, I connected them with my ruler. So after connecting, I cut it out. And this is the outcome. So I'm going to do that for the other side. So I folded the paper into two and I marked it out. Then after marking, I had to cut it out like the way I did for the first part. And this is how your pattern should be looking like. Then the next step to take, I placed my pattern on the leather and I drew out the exact pattern without adding any allowance. I didn't add any allowance because I want to be sewing little out of this measurement. I'll just be sewing little from the side. What I'm going to sew is going to be less than half an inch, just small. So that's why I didn't add any allowance. So after drawing, I cut it out. I drew two pieces. So these are the two pieces. Then the next step is to draw out our lining. This is the lining, what I'm going to put inside the bag. So I drew out two pieces as well. But for this lining, I added allowance to the down parts. I first of all drew it out. After drawing, I added the allowance I needed at the down parts, because the lining needs to be longer than the main bag, because if it's not longer than the main bag, when you finish sewing, the lining might be very tight inside and it might cause it to kind of get torn easily. So the lining needs allowance. So the allowance I added to the lining is 1.5 inches. So I marked it out and I connected the lines with my ruler. So the next thing I had to do was to cut out the lining. Don't forget, you have to draw out two pieces as well. So the lining has two pieces and the main material, that main leather we're going to use, also has two pieces. So I'm done cutting the lining. These are the two pieces of the lining and the two pieces of the leather. So the next step is marking out the handle of the bag. The width of this handle, I took 2.5 inches. While the length, I took 45 inches because I don't want it to be too long. You can make yours longer than that. You can even make it 50.